Why is this reel all messed up? We're doubled up. We're doubled up. It feels like something's wrong here. Oh man, come here, mama. Come here, mama. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, baby. Absolutely unbelievable. If you guys watched episode number 1, I told you winter is definitely coming here in Southwest Michigan, and it's here. Full-blown November 11th, and we have like 6 inches of snow on the ground, which is just terrible. Yesterday I actually did go out fishing, and we put 19 pounds of smallmouth on the boat, so the fish are still biting, but I don't know what this is going to do to the bite. But let's get into part 2 of the video though. If you guys have not watched part number 1 yet, go check that out. I'm going to link it down below. Fish were definitely biting 2 or 3 weeks ago when I filmed this. We got on a insane smallmouth bite, me and Benjamin Nowak. His channel is also going to be linked down below. He put me on some mega smallies, and in this particular video, literally as many smallmouth bass as you wanted to catch, that's how many we caught. Like, we could have sat there forever, I feel like, and caught like a million smallmouth bass. Every single pass we made, you would just flip a little jig out there and just get smoked. So insane action out there with Ben Nowak. Definitely cool video, but without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Got one right on the bank, dude. That was like on the shoreline. Is it a going? On the jig. Come here, baby. Oh yeah, dude, that's a chunk right there. Holy smoke, she was sitting in an inch of water. On the jig. All right. Oh, get in here. Woo! That's a nice one. That's a good fish right there. Biggest one so far, ladies and gentlemen. A nice chunky, probably like 2.5 pounder right there. Not a giant, but she freaking clocked the football jig. And if any of you guys know me, I love a good football jig bite, but I actually chucked it like literally on the shoreline and she ate it immediately. She just started swimming off with it, but that's a good sized fish. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get that big mama back in the water, but that's a solid little chunky full smallmouth. And she clocked the jig. She clocked the freaking jig. See you later, mama. Today we've caught them on Ned rigs and jigs, 2 of my all-time favorite baits, and then I also caught a few on a crankbait, which very well could be my least favorite bait of all time. So we've got a lot of variety going on out here on the river, but we're catching them the exact way that Ben said we're gonna catch them. He said you'll catch them on a Ned rig, a jig, and a crankbait. I think that was everything that you said. Did you say anything else? No. That was it. That's the baits. Yeah, that's it. There you go. That's the baits, guys. If you want to catch river smallmouth, a jig, a Ned rig, and a crankbait, that's all you need. Wow, this thing's buried. Oh, there goes my jig. So we started throwing the jigs, and as you can see, I caught a nice one. Ben caught a few nice ones in the last video if you guys did watch part 1, and we started keying in on this bite, but I decided after I lose my jig, I snapped off my Chompers football jig, I want to downsize and throw a little finesse jig, because the smallmouth, we were getting so many bites where they weren't really getting it in their mouth. They definitely wanted the jig, like they were biting it, but it seemed like they just would not fully commit to that jig. So I put this little finesse jig on and absolutely start tearing them up. Like, it gets freaking stupid, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so we snapped off that other jig, and I'm going to try this little finesse Smalley tight ropes jig, and I'm going to put a little chunk of this Sakoshi bug on the back there as a trailer, and I might have just cut it too short, but I guess we're going to make it work, so probably should have left it a little longer. Oh, it's perfect. Got him on the tightrope, baby, on the little jig. That's why we couldn't get him on the big jig over in this spot. We missed like 5 bites, and there were probably a bunch of these dudes. You gotta downsize a little bit. Put the little Sakoshi on there, fish a jig that's the size of a freaking penny, and there you go. You gotta catch monsters like that. Got one. Decent one. On the jig. Oh man. On the little finesse jig, baby. On the little finesse jig with the Sakoshi. Come here, mama. Come here, mama. She's going off. She's going off. These little river smallmouth fight so hard, guys. Come here. Come here. Come here now. See, now we have the spinning rod. We were boat flipping fish on that jig. Not so much anymore. We're just dragging her with the current. She's a chunk, dude. Come here. Come here. I guess we'll pinch her. Beef. That's a chunk. That's a little pudge right there. That's a chunky little river smallmouth. Oh man. That's a solid, she's over 2 pounds for sure. That's a fat smallie. See you later, girl. Right now, pretty much what we're doing is we're fishing our way up the river. We were fishing super slow the first time. Now Ben's got one hooked up while I'm talking. Decent one, another chunk. But yeah, it's a tiny little stocky one, yeah. But what we're doing now is we're literally just cruising down here with the current, just chucking like one cast, hopping it once or twice, and if they don't eat it, you reel it in and do it again, because we're moving down this river so fast now. But we're catching them still. Doesn't really matter, because it seems like a lot of the ones that we were catching earlier were biting it on pretty much the first drop anyway. So even though we're moving really fast right now, it does not seem to matter. But that little tiny bite-sized finesse jig, so small, so dumb looking, but she is catching fish. Why is this reel all messed up? We're doubled up. We're doubled up. It feels like something's wrong here. I think something's wrapped around like one of my guides or something. Oh, you got a good one on. Mine feels good too. I haven't seen it yet. Come here, mama. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to get a double pick of these girls if I land mine. Oh man, come here, mama. Come here, mama. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. Oh, come here, come here, come here, come here. No, 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 no. Come here. Come here. Oh yeah, baby. On that little finesse jig. Heck yeah, that's a chunk. That's 2 like twin fish right there. That's awesome.
Like right at the same time too.
Oh man. It's 2 solid like 2-pounders back to back right there. That is freaking sweet. Literally the exact same fish. They're twins. That's awesome. He's throwing the big jig and I'm throwing that little tightrope. And like I said, we're literally just cruising down here so fast, and you cast out, lift up, and there are fish. And you just, it's nuts, dude. You just reel them in. More bass, please. Thank you. This is like so stupid. Like how easy it is to catch a fish. We're not doing anything normal. Like look at that. Look at that, dude. We're like just drifting down a river and just chucking a jig up on the bank, and they just are crushing it. So dumb, dude. It's so cool though. I literally wish I had this in my backyard. Oh my gosh. You could like start naming them and stuff. They could all be your pets. This is Jimmy right here. He ate the finesse jig. He's kind of dumb like that sometimes. Big one? Do you think it's a bass or a carp? Oh, buddy. What you got there, Ben? Oh, yeah, it's a nice size smallmouth, all right. On the freaking crankbait. Holy smokes. That's a good one. That's a beautiful fish, too. She's got colors, actually. Boom, baby! That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish.
Oh, that's, yeah, she's got gorgeous coloration. That is awesome.
Giant tail.
Oh man.
That tail is
another like 2.5 pounder though. Solid fish. One of our better ones. That's awesome.
Pretty fish.
Thanks. Okay, so we have made our way back to where we started at pretty much, and Ben is hucking a little like medium diving crankbait. I think it goes like 4 to 8 feet or so, right? Yep. Throwing a little medium diver, and he just caught a really nice fish off this piling. But we've pretty much caught fish every single spot that we went to on pretty much whatever kind of bait that we want to throw. Jigs, Ned rigs, crankbaits, whatever you want to do. And we're back to this original spot to try that juicy little money point here in a second. But maybe we'll try cranking out here in the middle of the river, because he just caught a pretty solid fish. But stay tuned. I'm sure that we're going to catch plenty more smallmouth and hopefully just continue to have a day out here. So let's go get some more bass. Oh. There we go. Right on the freaking point. Right where he ought to be. Right where we left him. Yeah, what if he had my Sakoshi bug in his mouth? It feels like a pretty good one. Come on, give me my Ned rig. Give me my Ned rig back. It's about the size. It's about the size of the one. That that would just cap it off as this being the dumbest, most like stupid spot of all time. The dumbest thing is going down in this area. Come on, please have my Ned rig in your mouth. Dude, she's not giving up. She's not playing no games. Come here. Come here. Ah, no Ned rig. Nice 2-pound smallmouth though. And she's got the little Sakoshi finesse jig in her mouth. That's awesome. Send you back down there, baby. Tell your buddy that has my Ned rig to freaking bite this jig, please. Tell him I want it back. Is this break wall over here any good? Trick that one out maybe? I always feel like there's gonna be one in the spot like that and I never catch them there. It's from my Illinois pond days because they always are sitting in drains and ponds. Yeah. Fish are very, oh, of course we say that and then there it is though. Oh, fish in front of drains and lakes and rivers don't eat and then so typical. So typical. Back to my Illinois days when I used to cast by every pond drain ever and catch every bass. Just reliving those days. Haven't fished a pond in too long, guys. Had to throw in front of the drain, you know. You know how it be sometimes? Well, that fish is freezing. I swear, like, I don't know, maybe not though. He just feels real cold.
He's very cold.
Like, yeah, like I feel like there's like freezing frigid water coming out of there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there must be like icicles coming out of this thing. Yeah, okay, I'm not tripping then. I was like, that feels different than all the other bass I've touched so far. Oh, God. Got one. Feels little. Are we doubled up? Oh, mine's fighting now, too. Oh, it's a good one, actually. Is yours good? Mine's a pretty good one too. Dude, what the heck? Oh yeah, you got a nice one. Ooh, we got 2 more good ones. Oh, in the boat, baby. Popped right off too. On that little finesse Sakoshi jig, baby. Oh my gosh, just unreal, unbelievable. Another nice, like, 1.5 pound, 2-pounders. Yours are a little bigger. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, cheers. See you later, boys. That's freaking sweet. And that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for today's video. Like I said, we are in full-blown winter mode here. I'm gonna try to get out and open water fish a few more times. I have a few little things planned in the works already. And but other than that, the ice should be here soon. If the weather stays like it is right now, we're going to have ice very, very soon here in Southwest Michigan. I'm sure we're going to get some stupid warm front trend that's going to ruin everything and we won't get ice for a while, but plan on me posting some open water videos and possibly some ice fishing videos in the near future. But definitely like and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. You don't want to miss out on the rest of the ones that I'm going to be posting here soon. But thank you guys for watching today's episode. It means a lot to me, and I will catch you guys in the next one.